What's up, sneaker fans? For the past few years, New Balance has done an amazing job bringing us brand new silhouettes, but also refreshing their standard lineup. One of my favorite examples of that is what New Balance did with the 574 with the release of the 574 Legacy. So needless to say, I was excited when I heard the news that Stone Island would collab with New Balance on the 574 Legacy. These finally released on February 16th, 2023 for a retail price of $140. So that's $40 more than just a standard Legacy, but what we get here is that classic Stone Island attention to detail when it comes to the materials used. So with all that said, let's get right into the review, starting with the packaging. And for every sneaker I review, that's where the experience starts. I would have been really upset if these came in the standard gray New Balance box. Luckily, we get a completely custom box for these. Stone Island compass logo up top. We have these glossy stripes going around the box here. The rest of the box just in this matte black, and then we have our label on this side here. Here we see that the official name of these is Stone Island 574 Legacy. As far as sizing goes, I find these run true to size. My true size in New Balances and also Nike is 8.5. So my recommendation for sizing would be just get your regular size that you wear in other New Balances. As I mentioned, retail price of these was $140. That's $40 more than the standard Legacy. That about does it for the label. Now, let's take a look at the shoes. So opening up the box, we have our lid here. We got some paper with some graphics on it. But then here are the shoes. I really like this combination of this hairy suede with that terry cotton on the lining to match. I think that's a really cool look. But before I get ahead of myself, let's get both pairs out and take a closer look. Stone Island is a unique brand in that it is a luxury brand, but they're most known for the R&D that they do around the fabrics that they used. And I can see some of that DNA inside of this colorway here. Not that they added those materials to the Legacy, but every single material used here on each of these panels clearly had some consideration put into it. So let's start with what's used on the majority of this upper, and that is this hairy suede material. We have it around our toe box as well as our quarter panel, going all the way around our heel, around our medial side, and then on our underlay we have this green ripstop material for our toe box as well as around our heel collar here. Really like the treatment that they did on our N logo here. This is like a rubberized material. We have this grid as well as a contrast colored rubber backing to it. And then being New Balance, of course, we have a little bit of 3M on these. So that includes our back tab here. So New Balance embroidery on there in black. Some perforations on the sides as well. This is actually exclusive to the collaboration. The regular Legacy does not have this design on it, as well as our accent piece that's going around our toe box here. And then we have this darker green, almost army green colored piece here in the synthetic. It looks like 3M, actually it's not. These come stock with flat multicolored laces. And then on our tongue we have again another interesting material. Looks almost like a wool material. I'm fairly certain it's probably a synthetic. We have this khaki colored trim going around the tongue as well. Of course, the iconic Stone Island label here. The only thing that would have made this even better is if this was actually removable with the buttons. There clearly is enough space on the tongue for the buttons. I think that would have been a really amazing touch on these. But the patch here is stitched on. You do also get an extra set of laces in this khaki color. Not to mention, you might have noticed this leaf here. This just indicates that on the upper, 50% or more of the materials are recycled. And another thing that's really nice, just like regular Stone Island apparel, you do get the Surdy logo card here. So if you're looking for these, and obviously now, unless we see a restock from New Balance, then it's gonna have to be resale. Whoever the seller is, if you can, ask for that Surdy logo number. And you can go to the website, ask them where they bought it, and you can authenticate your product. Being Stone Island, there are going to be counterfeits of these. I'm fairly certain, and that's just a nice thing to have to make sure that you don't get burnt on the transaction. Especially for my size, the resale on these is looking kind of crazy. Anyway, now looking inside of the shoe, and another really nice touch here, we have this terry cotton type material lining the inside of our shoe here. I really love how this looks right next to the hairy suede. And then on the inside, we have our second Stone Island logo printed on our sock liner. Last but not least, we have our external heel counter in this translucent or semi-translucent gray color, MB logo on this side, and then on the medial side, because it is transparent, we can see they actually printed in Stone Island product research in there. A little bit of an Easter egg. That's another nice touch. That about does it for our upper. Now moving on to our midsole outsole, and it's our standard 574 Legacy affair. So we have our dual toned EVA cushioning, as well as our end cap technology around here, this polyurethane cup around our heel. Looking at the medial side, same deal, dual tone, white and gray, and then kind of like a cream or like off-white color here on our end cap. And then moving on to our outsole, standard stuff again. Compared to the regular 574, the Legacy has definitely more aggressive luggage going on with the traction. MB logo there, right underneath our end cap. And that's about it for these. So I find that this colorway suits the 574 Legacy better than even some of the OG colorways that I've reviewed previously. Already, because of the lugs here, because of the chunky midsole, it had a very utilitarian look, and using these almost military colors, it just fits so well with the overall design of the silhouette. So as far as the Legacy goes, this, in my opinion, is the best colorway we've seen on the 574 Legacy so far. So really glad I was able to get my pair. Hopefully if you wanted these, you were able to get yours. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe for more sneaker content, and I'll catch you on the next video.